Hello, hello, you can check Portal Games, Askboardgames show, another episode, and in this episode we have a lamp. Where is my... We received a gift from Chevido. This is a Portal Games lamp. We will use it now when we record vlogs, movies, etc. It will be above our doors, and if we are recording, do not interrupt us. Thank you, Chevi, for this gift. This is our new logo, new lamp, and we at this same package we also received this cute guy from Imperial Settlers. It's from Bev. It's my daughter said it's a Minecraft meeting Imperial Settlers, and she has a point. This guy is living with us now. Thank you so much. We have a huge collection already of different gifts dedicated to Imperial Settlers. Thank you so much. And guys, last week I was in France. I was meeting with my friends from Matagot. We were playing games. We were playtesting Cry Havoc. We were playtesting a super secret project that is not yet announced, and will be announced during the Gamma Trade show. And we were also playing their games and their prototype. We played Crazy Circus. We played Ainis and other different games. Amazing year for Portal Games and for Matagot. That's what happened last week, and that's why there was no Askboardgames show, but we are today. We have lots of questions. I have, guys, there's like 2 pages of questions. We will not be able to answer all of them today, but thank you for that. Thank you for these questions already, and let's start.
Watch It Played asks, how do you stay motivated, passionate about a design throughout its entire development and not get distracted by other projects?
Thank you, Rodney, for the question. This is a very interesting topic, actually, because designing a game takes a couple of months. Sometimes it's even a year for me. So it is really difficult to be passionate and motivated for the whole process. At the beginning, of course, you are over-motivated and over-passionate about your game. You have these crazy ideas. You are building your first prototypes. You have your first play sessions. And it is so cool and so emotionally interesting. But then, of course, it gets flatter and flatter and flatter. You are not longer motivated. You get frustrated because the prototype is not working the way you want it to be. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you can sometimes see my tweets when I'm complaining and when I'm really frustrated on some of my designs. So yes, this is getting more and more difficult over the next months. And at the end, this is like only frustration and only being tired and praying to the project to be closed. And yes, this is like from the super interesting, super happy moment of starting the designing process and game till the moment when you are really, really tired of this and you want to be done with this. And moment when you proofread the files and when you double check the rule book and double check all the cards is like a worst moment of design process. So yes, it's getting from the awesomeness till the let's finish this. And this is how it works.
Curdy asks, what would you do if the artist for Imperial Settlers didn't want to do the artwork for it anymore?
Curdy, thank you for the question. Actually, it happens. Imperial Settlers has a lot of cards in the base set. In the base set, we have like 200 cards, something like that, right? Yeah. So there's like a lot of illustrations. And after that, Tomek Jędruszek, his nickname is Morano, was really, really sick of Imperial Settlers and drawing all these cute meeples. And yes, as you can see in Atlantean's expansion, we have a different artist, and in 3 is a magic number new expansion, we have new artist. Atlantean's expansions introduced 2 new artists, am I right? Greg Bobrowski and the other guy, yes, 2 new artists. And Daniel Martinez. So we have 2 new artists drawing stuff for Imperial Settlers. And 3 is magic number, once again, new guys, and we will hire new artists, yes, because at some point you can no longer draw another hut and another house because you are really, really sick of these cute houses. So yes, we will be changing artists for Imperial Settlers projects because they need some fresh air in their heads.
Terry Ross asks, are wooden components typically more expensive than plastic components? What about generic components like cubes?
Terry, thank you for the question. And this, as you can say, yes. So the most cheaper solution is cardboard pieces. Then the more expensive solution is wooden cubes, like in all Euro games, standard wooden cubes or standard wooden discs. This is like something that all manufacturers have in standard, and it is not super expensive. And then we go for the standard plastic pieces, like cubes in Pandemic, for example. And then we go for the custom wooden pieces, like in Imperial Settlers or like in Portal Games edition of Robinson Crusoe with these cute bananas and wooden pieces and all that kind of stuff. And then we go to the custom plastic pieces like miniatures and money or something like that. So yes, we as a publisher have a lot of different options, starting with the cardboard and finishing with the miniatures. And depending on the final price point for the game, what we want the game to be priced, we are looking for the right solution for us. And yes, we have a lot of tools for that. So this is why in some games we have wooden cubes, in some games we have fancy plastic miniatures. We have to choose depending on the project.
Chris Schreiber asks, what do you look for when you watch players during a playtest? Rules understanding, smiles, focus, gameplay?
Chris, thank you for the question, and this is super interesting questions. And guys, I want you to ask me more such questions, questions about design process, questions about testing. I want to give you some value. I want to share my experience about designing games. So this is like the most important for me to give you some information about designing games. I know that many of people who watch this vlog, this Askboardgames show, are young designers who wants to learn how to design games. So this is a very cool way to help me help you. So once again, Chris, thank you for the question. And yes, play testing is a job. When I do a keynote about play testing games, there's like a whole chapter about design play testing in games. And depending on the moment of the process of design, I'm looking for the different things. So like, for example, like we were playtesting Cry Havoc last week in France. I was checking if players understand the rules very quickly, and after explaining them rules at the beginning of the game, I shut up and I didn't say a word, and I was just looking for them if they understand the rules, if they ask each other about the rules, if everything is smooth and easy to grasp. And for the second game we played, I told them, guys, I'm not explaining the rules, I'm doing nothing, you guys do it by yourselves. And because there was a new guy at the table, I asked players who played the first game to explain him the game, so I can see if they can very easily, after one game, explain the game to the new guys. And they were able to do that. So I knew the game is simple enough that after one game, you know everything, they didn't miss any rules, and they were able to teach new players, and there was no problems during the game. So that's what I was looking, because Cry Havoc is ready, and now we are only looking if the game is smooth and clean. When we are playtesting the other project that is not yet announced, and we will announce it during the Gamma Trade show, this more or less party game. It's not party game, but it's like a lighter sort of rattle battle game. So for a couple of last weeks, only thing I was checking, and when I was sitting next to the table, not playing, but looking at the other players, I was looking if they are having fun. I was not caring about the rules questions. I was not caring about balance. I was not caring about length of the game. I was just looking at them and checking if they are smiled, because at this very moment it was very important for me if they are having fun. I don't care about balance. I don't care about the issues with the rules. I was just checking if they're having fun and smiling and laughing, and they were. So the answer from me was yes, this part of the design is ready, they're having fun, let's move to the balancing, then cleaning rules, and then another step. So designing game is a long process. It takes a couple of months, and on different etaps, different phases of this design process, you're looking for different things during the playtesting, and you have to know exactly what you're looking for at this particular test. I hope it helps. Thank you for the question. As I said, once again, guys, ask me more of that questions, because I'm super happy to share my experience about designing games and give you some advices how to do great games. Thank you for this episode. See you in a couple of days. Stay tuned. Please share it. And guys, please watch me on Snapchat when I'm showing exactly how I'm designing games. Well, yesterday did you saw that? I was presenting First Martians. Ooh. Thank you, guys. See you. Bye-bye.